Hi YouTube, welcome back to another video from Wtf Rc Cars. Right, so today we have another video for converting the AGFRC SA66BVMW and to convert this between a normal servo and a 360 winch servo. So I'm going to show you how to connect this up to PC, how to use the USB device, how to swap the firmware on it, and then we're going to see how effective it works basically as a 360 winch servo. So let's crack on with that one.
Right, so the first thing you're going to want to do, and I'll put you a nice close-up picture of this, is connect the servo into the USB device, your USB dongle. You want to put the red power cable to the red plug, black one to the black plug, and make sure that your white signal wire is connected to the grey wire on the cable that goes to the USB dongle. Once we've done that, you're going to want to browse to your downloads folder in Windows or any other folder that you want to make this location. So on mine I'm going to use downloads folder, and then you're going to want to create a new folder. So we'll just create a new one and call it AGFRC. Once you've got that, you want to go into it and then create yourself a folder and then just call it servo or whatever the servo name is if you want. Once you've got that, you can double click into that one. So we've got them all set up and ready. Then you're going to want to browse to www.agfrc.com. You're going to want to go to the downloads link, and then you're going to want to download the top one. So this is AGF-SPEXE, and this is the software that's going to let you interact with the USB dongle. So I'm going to go to my downloads folder. I'm going to go into the AGFRC. I'm going to save it in that location, and then we're just going to wait for this to download. And what this is going to do, this is going to get you your software that will let you interact with the USB dongle. So this will let you read the firmware and read all the settings. So once that's downloaded, you can minimize that page. If we browse to the AGFRC folder, you've then got the software. You might get this on later versions of Windows 10 and 11. You can click more info and then click run anyway. That has got us our USB dongle software. Then we're going to need to get hold of the software from the link in my description on this video. Right, so once we've got this downloaded, and you can click on it and open it, that'll let you interact with the servo. Then we need to get our firmware. So if you copy the link from the description in the bottom of the video, paste the link in and just hit enter, you'll get to this. Double click on it, click into it, and there are your two firmwares. So on the right hand side, if we click download, it'll ask you where you want to download it. So I'm going to go downloads folder, AGFRC, and then my servo folder, and then I'm going to save it. This will download pretty quickly. Then you can come off that. We can minimize the page again. Once you go into your servos folder, you want to right click, and then you want to extract here, and you will need WinRAR installed to unzip this. Then you can get rid of the original one, and there are your two firmwares for using the servo as a winch. So what we can do, if you now plug your servo in with the dongle, it'll come up and it'll say that the adapter's plugged in, servo's plugged in. You can click read to read your current settings, and that'll make sure that what you're seeing on the screen here is actually what is in the servo. Then if you click save, you will get a little box come up And again, we can just browse to our downloads folder, go into your AGFRC, then Servo, and then you can go into the actual Servo file and you can give it a name, so call it backup, and then put .svo, and then save it. And then in the backups folder now, we've got your original servo settings plus both of the firmware files. So next thing we want to do is this one, and it'll ask you where you're, depending on where it opens, depends on where you've been looking last, but if you click this PC, then downloads, AGFRC, Servo, then the Servo folder, you have the two firmwares. So if we choose the top one and click open, and then you can see it's set the firmware. And this one, if we press read, so the top one looks like it's the stock firmware, and then if we press that again and choose the second one, so the second one, if we just click read, make sure it's reading it. So this is now operating as a 360 servo. If you notice, we've lost all the other settings. We've got the PWM power, and then I'm not entirely sure what that one is. So I'll have to do a bit of digging, find out if that's something important. But basically, once you've got this second firmware on, it's now going to operate as a 360 winch servo and not the stock servo. So it's not going to behave like a steering or throttle servo, it's going to behave as a 360 winch. And to convert it back, literally the same process, but just choose the top one. You'll see it run through the loading, and then it's back to being a normal servo. And these stock settings, I've not changed them on mine, but if you did have custom settings in now, you can go to open, you can select your backup, open, and then this will be your stock settings. You click write, that'll write them back to the servo, and then it's back to how it was. So just for the sake of this video, we're going to swap it back to being a 360 winch servo. Just going to read it, make sure it has took, and you can see the firmware version and everything. And then you want to click exit, and then we can close that one. And let's get back to the studio and get this one hooked up to the Noble Pro and see how this operates as a winch servo.
Right, so for this video, what we've got is the 3S battery with the balance lead that comes supplied with the servo, and then your servo connects into that. We've got the servo set up as a winch, and that's connected into channel 3. We've got as ESC powered up, and that's connected into channel 2. So I will do a video on how you can set the Noble Pro up to work this way, but this is just to demonstrate how the servo actually operates as a winch servo. So we've got the paddles on here, and we've got them, you can set them to winch in, winch out, and you can reverse the option so it's correct for your vehicle. But basically, if we press and hold this button, it starts spinning. The minute we let go, it stops, and if we press the back one, it starts spinning. So that would be winding your winch in or out, depending on your setup. As soon as you let go, it stops. And I like the way it starts up gradually as well. It's not just a hard instant start. But yeah, quite impressive. So let's wrap this one up. Right, so hopefully that's all easy enough to follow. And we've seen how it functions as a 360 servo. So literally all you need is the USB adapter, and it comes with a supplied cable, and just plug it in, update, swap your firmware between a winch and a normal servo. Mainly this is due to the fact of the way the actual hall sensor works on these, so it knows the position at servo. It's not just got a fixed throw one way to other, it's fully magnetic, so it can basically rotate forever. But cracking servo. Hopefully some of you find this useful and entertaining. Don't forget to share to friends and family. Don't forget to hit the like and notification, and I'll catch you guys again in the next one.